let's go ahead and beam up Scotty. Alright guys, let's do some crafting. Let's make a campfire, which is a torch and some unrefined wood. Throw that fire down onto the ground somewhere. And we can interact with that as another tool to cook some of this meat that we got. Alright, cooked meat, we'll put that on number 6. So we beat that quest, and we got a new quest to build a furnace, which is what we're about to do. So I'm going to use that meat. Let's feed this guy before he dies. Alright. The furnace is going to require where is it? We can just type a search as well. We can just type in a few. Stone furnace requires a campfire and cobblestone, so we're good on that. I'll just go ahead and take this fire back up, and now we can craft that furnace. So we beat the next quest now, and it's telling us to get 2 iron ore and smelt it to get an iron bar. So it's teaching me how to use the furnace as the very next quest. So put our furnace down, and interacting with this, we get the smelt option. So you throw some ore into it, and it comes out as bars. So we'll throw this copper in here, and it can actually do that while we're not on it. The food we planted has grown, so I'm going to interact with the food here, and we got bananas, we got wheat, we got some plant fiber. What I'll do is any of the seeds I got, I'm going to replant so we can grow more food. Let's see, bananas. Banana seeds, here we go. And that's all the seeds. That's good, it worked out. This chest we'll put down over here. That'll be my chest to keep all of my food materials, and any seeds and food that I have I'll keep in this chest here. So put the banana in there, put the wheat in there. That works fine. Do we have enough to make cooking table? We need copper. We need 4 copper bars and wood, and we'll go ahead and make this here. We'll use some of that copper we just got. See, here's the 24 copper bars we just smelted. We'll make ourselves a kitchen table. This is very useful if you're going to be growing crops. Like I said, I just started trying that out. This is what you're going to use to craft food. So make roast banana, make bread, make battered banana. All of these things are in here, and they're really good for both killing off your hunger, and also they can heal you. So while I use the bandages for the most part to do minor healing, if I need to do major healing, this will work. Or if I need to fight off hunger, I find that I just recently started doing the crops, but I would prefer to plant food to fight off my hunger than to go hunting things with the bow, because the bow is pretty weak and it can be annoying to use. You can also make a hunting knife to get meat and leather from animals, but it's also pretty weak. So I'd rather use my stronger weapons and just grow my food, which is what we're going to be doing in this Let's Play. So we're growing that food out, and it'll grow for us while we're out doing stuff. Back to smelting. Let's go ahead and smelt some of this iron. Take that platinum ore down here. And let's go look at the stuff we can make. We need an anvil next. The crafting table is very, very basic in what it makes for you, but for like tools and armor, all of that stuff, outside of stone, we're going to need to craft the iron anvil. It is on here somewhere. There it is. And it takes nothing more than 8 iron bars. And since we found so much iron, that's not going to be a problem. So let's grab our iron out of here. So we completed that quest, and now it's telling us to place the distress beacon, but it says make sure you're ready for anything before you do. That's the end of Alpha Sector. That is summoning the Alpha Sector boss. Wherever you put it on the planet, you're going to fight the boss for Alpha Sector, which will unlock what you need. It'll unlock this molten core that you need to build the metalwork station, and it will unlock the map to Beta Sector, which is the second tier in this game. I can tell you there is no way, no how that we're ready to fight that boss though. We're still in the very basic armor with the very basic weapons. We have nothing. We need to upgrade our armor and definitely get a better weapon before we take on that boss. So the very, very, very first step is going to build that the anvil here. Let's throw that anvil down. And now look what we have, all of this stuff here. The hunting knife, which is the alternative to the bow. It's actually not a bad idea to make that right now since we have no better weapons. It's 10 DPS. What we started with is a 4 DPS sword, and this is, I'm not sure what the DPS on the bow is. But the only thing that sucks about the knife is it's a forward poke, and it's very, very slow, not slow, but limited range of attack. But what's it going to cost us? It cost us 10 iron bars to make that. We have other various weapons in here between like 7 and 10 DPS. I really would hate to spend my iron making one of these, to be honest with you. I'm sure we'll find something. But here's the tools. See, we have new pickaxes and stuff. These are very useful, and I want to definitely make some of those. Copper is an upgrade over the stone, and we're going to make that now. And the next one's going to be silver, but we don't have any silver yet, so copper is the best we got for now. And you can see we can make greaves and pants and chest pieces. These are upgrades to the armor. This is how fast your energy regenerates. This is how much health armor it gives you. This is how warm it keeps you, how much extra health it gives you, and then how much extra energy it gives you. So the different, you got headpiece, chest piece, and leg piece. They all have that ability tied to them. So now we have a copper pickaxe. It'll help us out a little bit. And we'll use a bandage real quick, and we'll go back down there and see what's going on. This planet has not been bad since there's not been any like really bad hazards for us, but it's not been good in the fact that I haven't found anything really awesome to kickstart us off as far as like a new weapon, any kind of NPC village, something like that would be really awesome for us. Dang it. That's the other thing that sucks about range. If you're too close to something, it doesn't even register. It'll just pass right through, which makes sense for a ranged weapon to do that, but certainly can be disappointing. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I might have to go make breakfast here shortly. I don't think there's any kind of preference as to what planet you start on. Meaning, I don't think that the game engine or the creator, the developer, has created it so that you start on a planet with X criteria. As far as I know, you could probably start on any planet type, and it might not contain any of those useful things. Maybe it wouldn't make you start on like a moon or an asteroid because you would just die instantly, and it probably doesn't make you start on like a snow planet because you would also die instantly. So probably certain biomes are left out, but as far as what's on your planet, probably pretty random. Now I did the very first time I started Starbound, my very first character, which was about a week ago. I did start on a planet with acid rain, which was a new thing from the last patch. And I didn't know what the heck it was. My character was a glitch, so I was a robot. So I thought maybe I had a weakness to water based on my race. And I died over and over and over again to the acid rain. And what I'd have to do is every time it would start raining, I'd have to dig myself a little hole and hide. So that was really unforgiving for a first time player. Ooh, that was a good shot. And then later on, I think in that same world, I found an NPC village. I was really happy about that. And then a meteor shower started and killed a bunch of the villagers. And then they started attacking me because they assumed I had done it. And then shortly afterwards, a meteor came and killed me, just a one-shot kill. So yeah, that was a rough start for my first time playing. Also, again, why I'm not going to be playing hardcore mode, because I don't feel like having something like that happen to me. One of the cool things about this game is there's no levels. Everything is dependent upon your gear. So if you equip really high-end gear from the beta sector, then you're strong enough for the beta sector. It doesn't matter how much you've killed. There's no experience given to you for that. And what that equates to is being able to play with your friends easily. If you have a friend who's in a high-level area and he wants you to come and play a game with him, all he has to do is give you some gear from his area that's at his level, and you can hang out with your friend. You could also basically power level any of your characters. So if you have a high level character and you want to blast through the low level part of the game, you can just hand him all the materials and equipment that you want. That kind of takes away some of the point of the game, though, of course. And by that I don't mean like you're cheating yourself out of the experience. You would be if you've never had the experience that we're going through right now, but there's no point in having a character with that much of a level when you already have a character at that level. You don't gain anything by having a second character, I don't think. Unless you just want someone a different looking hero, which is the only thing I can think of. Whoa, that thing just shot a freaking fireball. Holy shit. I'm telling you, these enemies got some crazy abilities now. You gotta be careful. The reason I'm suffering through using the bow is because we don't have a better weapon, really, than this. And I'm not after the meat so much because we're growing crops, but I'm very much interested in the leather if we're lucky enough to get it. I'd like to have that snow armor, and that we can use it for snow planets. And here's the copper pickaxe. You can see that we're mining a lot faster than before. This is stone that's quite hard to get through, so... Oh. So this guy shoots freaking fire like a dragon. The mobs will tear you up in this game. Regular enemies can do so much damage to you, it's ridiculous. What I find is that basically with the NPCs, not the creatures, not the mobs, but like town NPCs, that they're attacking you, they do less damage than the mobs do, but they have much more life. So I can kill a mob in 2 hits. It might take 15 hits to kill an NPC. So keep that in mind, because if you get overwhelmed by them, I mean, once one of them attacks you, chances are everyone in the area will start attacking you as well. That's going to be a sticky situation. Some copper. I know there's lots of trees I'm passing up, and that's just simply because I really don't need the wood that much. You can get so much wood so fast that I really haven't needed to stockpile it. The only thing I'd really use wood for after I craft the basic stuff would be some torches, and since we don't really have the coal to spend on that right now, I'm not too worried about it. But it's interesting to know, you know, something that's in abundance here, like these trees and these plant roots, might be totally impossible to find on another planet. So you might be stuck in a situation where when you need wood, you cannot find it, and you'll wish you had gotten it. I see some iron up there. More iron. This one's going down quite a ways. Alright, some copper down here. The musical score is pretty good, I think, for this game. It's relaxing enough to where I can keep the music on and it doesn't drive me nuts, but I can see myself probably muting the music and putting on my own music once I've played this game a lot, just because it keeps things a little bit more fresh. For the Let's Play, though, I don't think you guys want to all listen to my music unless you're metalheads or something. And on top of that, copyright infringements always are fun on YouTube. So if I played any music that I want to listen to, probably I would get a copyright notice on my video. Who out there is actually into metal music? If you are, you guys might have enjoyed that concert I just went to on Saturday. Me and Miss Vicious, we went to the Skeleton Witch, Amon Amarth, and Enslaved concert, and I enjoyed all three bands immensely. I was really excited to see Skeleton Witch because I already knew I really liked them, and I really wanted to see them. On Amon Amarth obviously is like legendary at this point, so I was looking forward to seeing them. Enslaved was the sleeper for me. I've heard of them, but I don't think I've ever listened to them. And when I got there, their genre does not mix with the other two, which are very thrashy, Viking metalish kind of guys. It was much more of a melody. Kind of had a lot of clean vocals. It was, I don't know how to explain it right now, but I mean, if you know like Shade Empire or something, it was like that, but without as much of the symphonic